delighted to welcome Dr. Peiris here to the State Department. I first met him 15 years ago when I was in Colombo, Sri Lanka. And it is a great pleasure to have the opportunity to discuss Sri Lanka's efforts to rebuild after more than 2 decades of violence and terrorist activity that have deprived the Sri Lankan people of the progress they deserve. Dr. Peiris is a capable, experienced public servant whose leadership is helping to move Sri Lanka toward renewal and reconciliation, and we hope to greater peace, prosperity, and security for the future. The United States has long been a friend of Sri Lanka. Our countries share a history of democratic institutions, and we have an active USAID program that has invested more than $1.9 billion in Sri Lanka since 1956, and is currently helping to create new opportunities for people who were displaced by the conflict. Since the LTTE terrorist group was defeated 1 year ago, USAID has rebuilt or repaired 7 schools and a hospital damaged by the conflict, launched public-private partnerships in northern and eastern Sri Lanka to create the equivalent of 5,000 full-time jobs in former conflict zones, supported work training for young people to spur economic development, and provided extensive aid and assistance to internally displaced people seeking to return home. The United States will continue to provide Sri Lanka with humanitarian and demining assistance to help heal the wounds of war and bring lasting peace and prosperity to the country. As part of this effort, the Minister and I discussed Sri Lanka's Reconciliation Commission. The United States strongly supports political and ethnic reconciliation in Sri Lanka. Such commissions of inquiry have played an important role in advancing accountability and redressing wrongs in other countries emerging from periods of internal strife. Sri Lanka's commission should apply the best practices from these other commissions and should have the mandate to investigate any allegations of war crimes. We also discussed the issue of internally displaced persons with the Minister. There's been tremendous progress, and many thousands and thousands of such internally displaced persons have returned home. And we discussed the need to continue the safe, dignified, and voluntary return to homes. Sri Lanka has made progress, and we will continue to support efforts to safeguard the rights of IDPs and complete their relocation. After decades of LTTE rule in the north, the Sri Lankan government is committed to reestablishing democracy. I was very pleased by the briefing I received from the Minister about the many steps that are being taken to return to democratic order. Sri Lanka will remain a strong, united country by drawing on the strength of all of its citizens, valuing the diversity of its people, and ensuring equal rights for everyone. So once again, I want to thank Minister Peiris for our productive discussion today and commend him for his commitment to the reconciliation process. The United States pledges our continued support to Sri Lanka and wishes the Sri Lankan people and the government success in this very challenging but important work ahead.